Let's talk about what the members of Parliament are up to every day, the House of Commons and the House of Lords, when it comes to using your money to pay for their salaries and then ask for more money to subsidize their food and alcohol. Our local representatives, our members of Parliament, who are here to technically be our voice on a local level to go and use their national platform to stand up for us and our values and our demands and requirements as citizens. We have on this channel over the last few years talked about the culture, the toxic culture in Parliament, in the Westminster bubble, when it comes to just obviously things that don't really work, the empty promises, and financial corruption, dodgy dealings, but generally speaking, a waste of taxpayers' money. Now we have some details, thanks to the Sun and some of the papers who've mentioned this. This is brilliant. Sadly brilliant. How they subsidize food. We now have more details about how much they cost and how much they are overusing our permission for them to actually be there. So, snacks. What normal people would pay, public, is some sort of an example of a menu. Public would pay £4.25 for something as a snack on the menu. The MPs will pay £3.30. That's not too bad. Big gap, But the main food, one of the examples is the public would pay £7.15 for something. I don't know what that is, like curry or something. But the MPs would only pay £3.95. MPs and Lords, by the way. Dessert, they only pay £2.80, but we will have to pay for the same thing, £5.99. And this is despite inflation, by the way. Now, these people are obviously having a tough time. MPs, their life is very hard. They don't make enough money, do they? Oh no, they make £84,000, over £84,000 a year, basic package, basic salary. On top of that, they get their expenses and all the other nonsensical packages. And then they also get subsidized food and free drinks when they go to certain events with the lobby groups, and they enjoy their life, free travel. It's lovely. Now, the detailed menu that we have found, this is good. On the top left, we got the snacks. So we got mac and cheese, which for me would be actual main meal. I don't know why that's a snack. How much do they eat, these people? £3.30 the MPs would pay, but the public would pay £4.25. That's that kind of example. That was mac and cheese. We just found out. We got the tuna melt. That they would pay £3, but the public would pay £4.25. But look at the mains. The gap is a bit wider. So, for example, beef curry, £3.95. Oh, there we go. That was curry. See that picture? For £7.15. £9.50 for salmon, they pay. The public will have to pay £16. London prices. As you can see, again, desserts, even drinks for a cup of tea, they will pay 60 pence, but the public Greggs, you have to pay £1. So it's a tough life being a member of Parliament. Now, we have had the Taxpayers Alliance and their spokesman coming out to discuss this issue, and they've said to us that families tightening their belts will be shocked to see that they are picking up the tab for politicians to get cut price fare. When things are so tough for taxpayers, it's only right that these generous subsidies come to an end. It is absolutely spot on. Why do we have them right now? If you want to tackle the cost of living crisis, why do you have that? Why do we still treat MPs as if they are children, that they need to be subsidized and they need to receive free travel and free goodies and everything else? You are already on 84k. You already get your flats in London subsidized as well. I'm not really sure how you're wasting your money. Well, I know because I'm in Westminster. I go there and I see these people. I know that a lot of them would go to have their expensive, the posh dinners, and then they go to the local pub, next to Parliament, Red Lion, and they spend about £50 on beer for a couple of rounds, and then they go to another bar there for the rest of the night. That's just an everyday routine. So obviously, you're going to burn taxpayers' money on a regular basis, and no one's really complaining. I mean, if it weren't for this channel talking about it, if it weren't for some of you guys who've been tweeting at me about this issue, then nobody would know. But people need to know, and I would love to get you guys to share this video everywhere across social media, email it to your neighbors and everybody. People need to know the truth. People have heard about this issue, but it's good to know the details, and it's good to have some sort of campaign to stop this. Keep tweeting, keep emailing your MPs and asking them to there will be some good MPs in Parliament who would listen and who would start some sort of move or some sort of regulation or legislation to actually change what's happening in the Palace of Westminster. And we're going to come back. We're going to tell you what's going on with this so-called impeachment of Boris Johnson in about half an hour on my Tousi, and we are the media.